Chapter 45. Poet Narahari becomes a disciple of Sri Guru. Once some disciples took Sri Guru on their town Hipperji. This is the holy place of Kaleshwar. A Brahmin Narahari lived there. He was a great devotee of God Kaleshwar. He daily composed 5 stanzas in the praise of Kaleshwar and worshipped him devotedly. People told him the greatness of Sri Guru and requested him to compose poems in his praise. But Narahari said, I have sold my tongue to Kaleshwar and I shall not compose poems in the praise of a human being. As usual, he went to the temple to worship Kaleshwar. While worshipping, he had a nap and he got asleep. He saw a dream that Sri Guru was sitting on the Shivlinga and that he was worshipping Sri Guru. Later, the linga disappeared and the Sri Guru only was seen. Sri Guru smiled and asked him, do not believe in a human being, and then why are you worshipping me? Narahari awoke and wondered about the dream, and he repented for underestimating Sri Guru Narasimha Saraswati, who was all incarnation of Sri Shiva. Immediately he went to see Sri Guru, bowed to him and said, kindly forgive me. Without knowing your greatness, I underestimated you. But now I know that you are Kaleshwar himself. When Kamadhenu is at home, why should one be anxious? Kindly let me have your blessings. I wish to serve you hereafter. Saying this, he began to praise him. Sri Guru was pleased. He gave clothes to Narahari and accepted him as his disciple. Sri Guru said to him, Kaleshwar is great. You continue to worship him. Narahari said, when you yourself are Kaleshwar, why should I worship other Kaleshwar? I shall not go away, leaving thy feet. In this way, Narahari poet also become a great devotee of Sri Guru. Chapter 46. Sri Guru visits 8 places at one time. At the time of Deepavali festival, 7 devotees of Sri Guru came to Ganagapur Mutt and requested Sri Guru to come to their places for Diwali. As Sri Guru loved them all alike, it was a problem before him as to whose invitation should be accepted. Sri Guru said to them, you are all from different places. How can I come to your homes at the same time? You decide among yourselves as to where I should go first and where I should go later. Even the devotees wished that Sri Guru should come to him first. Each devotee wished that Sri Guru should come to him first. So they could not decide and began to quarrel. Sri Guru called the devotees and one by one and told each of them, I shall come only to one house, so don't argue unnecessarily. Then the devotees said, O Guru, do not make any distinction between the rich and poor. Please treat us equally. If you neglect us, we shall end our lives. We serve you and we do whatever you say. With these words, they all prostrated themselves before him humbly. Thereupon Sri Guru said, all right, I shall visit you all. Rest assured about that. One of the disciples asked him, how can we be assured that you will visit the homes of all of us? Then Sri Guru called each of them separately and said, I will come to your house, but do not tell others. All the 7 devotees thereafter went back to their respective places and pleased. When devotees of Ganagapur knew this, they requested Sri Guru, you should not go out of the Ganagapur for Diwali. Sri Guru promised them also that he would be there and that they need not worry. In the morning of the Narak Chaturdashi day, Sri Guru took 8 forms and went to 7 places of the 7 devotees and also stayed at Ganagapur Mutt. He accepted puja in all the places. Later, the devotees gathered at Ganagapur for Deeparadhana on the Kartika Purnima. Each one told Sri Guru had been him to Each one told that Sri Guru had been to him in the Diwali and showed the clothes presented to him by Sri Guru. The people of Ganagapur said, Sri Guru was here in the mud during Diwali, but on seeing the article presented by the Sri Guru, all realized that Sri Guru had taken 8 forms in Diwali and they all were amazed. The conviction that Sri Guru is the incarnation of Trimurtis became more firm and they adored him with greater devotion. He who worships Sri Guru will have all his desires fulfilled. All try to experience the value of the Guru Bhakti, but fools cannot appreciate Amrit. Only Jnanis and devotees can relish the Amrit of the Guru Nama. The Vedas and Shastras proclaim that he who looks down upon Guru as an ordinary human being will be born as an animal. Sri Guru Charitra is equal to Veda Shastra. Only Guru can liberate one from the throes of samskara. Those who go to Ganagapur and serve Guru with the devotion will surely get all their desires fulfilled. So listen, all of you, purify your mind and visit Ganagapur. Chapter 47. Parbhati had bumper crops even in the scarcity. There lived a pious farmer named Parbhati in the Ganagapur. He used to bow to Sri Guru when he went to Sangam in the morning and again at the midday when Sri Guru returned. His field was on the way to the Sangam. Once Sri Guru asked him, why do you take this trouble daily? What is your desire? Parbhati said, I wish that my field yields a good crop. Shri Guru, what have you sown? Parbhati said that the jawar, sorghum, was sown in his field. He further added, it is due to your favor that this year the crop is good. I wish that you should kindly come to the field and have a look at the crop by your side which showers nectar. Sri Guru went to the field, looked at the crop and said, if you have faith in me, do as I bid you. Parbhati said, I shall obey you from the bottom of my heart, Sri Guru, till I return at the midday, cut off these crops. And saying so, Sri Guru went to Sangam. Parbhati approached the revenue officer and asked him to permit him to reap the crop on the rent as per this previous year. The officer said, this year the crop is good, hence the old rent will not suffice. Parbhati said, I shall pay double the rent, so please give me permission. The officer agreed and granted the permission. Parbhati took some men with him, went to the field and reaped the crop. His wife and children tried to prohibit him, but he did not listen to them. The wife complained to the officer, the crop is good this year, but before the harvest, my husband is reaping the field on the advice of sannyasi and is depriving us of food. Kindly prohibit him to cut the crop. The officer sent his men to ask Parbhati why he was reaping the field before the harvest. Parbhati said, if the officer has doubt of getting the rent, I shall pay the corn from reserve and keep my cattle at his door. Parbhati reaped all the crop, seeing that Sri Guru was returning from the Sangam. He bowed to him and reported that he had cut the crop he has instructed. Sri Guru, you have reaped in vain. Parbhati, I have read the crop as advised by you. I have full faith in you. Sri Guru, you will have the fruit of your devotion. The wife and children of Parbhati said that they had lost their food. Parbhati consoled them by saying, Sri Guru is the Sri Shiva incarnate. With his blessings, we shall have no loss. He told us to do this due to some unforeseen reason. In about a week, there was a severe cold and all the crops in the country were lost. Then on Mool Nakshatra, there was a heavy rain, which was also harmful to the crops. But Parbhati field yielded 100 times more crop of good quality, and all wondered to see this. The wife and children of Parbhati also rejoiced. They begged apology of the Parbhati and repented for underestimating the Sri Guru. The mention of all above facts is made here in order to show the affinity of Sri Sai Baba to Sri Vittala of Pandarpur. One Sai Mandir at Panaswadi in the Girgam area of the Bombay city. I am assuming that it is Gurgaon area of the Bombay city. Gurgaon area of the Bombay city was formerly a temple of Vittala, and it was known as Sri Premal Vittal Mandir. In this temple, of the idols of the Vittal and Rukmai were installed by Sri Gajanan Vinayak Pradhan. As the temple itself was constructed by him as his own private property. However, Sri Vasanta Shastri alias Abba Panshikar completely changed the mandir and gave it the present form. One Sri Prabhakar Panshikar is a famous actor on the Marathi stage, and Sri Abha Panshikar is his brother. Sri Abha Panshikar was performing kirtans in the Vittal temple regularly. Sri Bhole Guruji, who is a Sai devotee, used to attend Sri Panshikar's kirtans as he was staying very near the Abha Mandir. In the Mugbhat area of Gurgaon, Sri Bole Guruji requested Sri Panshikar to start praying to Sri Sai Baba. Sri Panshikar was not aware of the greatness of the saint of the Shirdi up to that time, and on being initiated by Sri Bole Guruji, he gladly became a devotee of Sri Sai Baba. He very soon became a staunch and sincere devotee of Sri Sai Baba. Very soon thought of changing the Vittal Mandir into a Sai temple. It is because of the zeal and efforts of the Sri Abha Panshikar that the Premal Vittal Mandir is now converted into Sai Mandir and is now known by that name. In this temple, we see the idol of Sri Sai Baba in the plaster, which is about 4.5 feet high. This idol is seated on an altar. It will be seen from the photograph of the temple published along with this article that the original idol of Sri Vittal and Rukmai installed in the temple have still be retained in the temple as Sri Sai Baba had reverence for that god, as stated at the beginning of this article. The beautiful idol of Sri Sai Baba in the plaster was made by one sculptor sculptor Sri G.V. Patkar. Though the temple was originally constructed as a private temple, still it was later on thrown open every one for worship, and at present anybody can go and offer flowers or garlands to Sri Sai Baba or Sri Vittal Rukmai. In the rarer side of this temple, there is a banyan tree about 100 years old. Around this tree, we can also find the idols of Sri Datta, Hanuman, and Pindi of Sri Shakar. In addition to that, there was padukas of Sri Sai Baba in silver in this area. These padukas were installed at October 1952. The practice of getting prepared of the silver padukas of Sri Sai Baba and give them to different people for institutions dedicated to Sai worship was started by this temple. So far, the Sai padukas got prepared by this mandir have been installed at 5 different places. It may be noted here that the padukas installed at the Sai temple of Srimati Ajibai, Varanasi at London, were got prepared by this mandir. Service to humanity and service to the dumb mute is the service to God. This was the motto of Sri Sai Baba, and the management of this temple was born in mind this fact. They have therefore coupled a social duty with this religious institution. On the first floor of the temple, arrangements have been made for the free accommodation of the poor and deserving students who have no arrangements to stay in Bombay. A great number of students have taken advantage of this facility, and because of the religious atmosphere of the temple, these students are grooved at the Sai devotion from the young age of their life. Aarti worship, etc. I carried out at this temple every day as per performed at the Shirdi. Ram Navami, Guru Purnima, and Vijayadashami are the great festivals observed at this temple on the same lines as is done at Shirdi. This temple was started one more practice on every Shivratri day. The offering of the fruits is made to Sai Baba, and they are later on distributed to the devotees by the way of prasad. Sri Panduranga Mahadev Varang is a staunch Sai devotee who manages the daily affairs of the temple with great care. He is the only 31 years of age at present, but for at last 22 years he is staying in the temple premise and is attending to the work of this temple. The management wants to expand the activities of the temple and arrange some further programs on a larger scale, but due to the shortage of space, they feel sorry that it is not possible for them. Sri Varang always says that all his difficulties are readily solved by Sri Sai Baba. This shows his great faith in Sri Sai Baba and his devotees to him. Gurgaon is a very crowded locality of the Bombay city, and the area around about Lal Bagh and Parel, which is known as Mill area, is perhaps another equally crowded area in the Bombay. The people in the Mill area are so very busy in their struggles for the existence that they have hardly any time to think about God or existence. The people in the Gurgaon area are mostly white collar people. They have regular hours of their office work. Similarly, religious practices are imbibed in them from their childhood. Hence, they find the need of the place for worship and where they can get mental peace. The people who are formerly their devotees of Vittala have started visiting the temple for the worship of that God. But after seeing the idol of Sri Sai Baba in the temple and having come to know his greatness, and they automatically become his devotees. Thus, this temple has a good place of worship for the devotees staying in the Gurgaon area of the Bombay city, is therefore frequented by a number of devotees every day. Chapter 48, Amaraja Sangam and the greatness of the Ganagapur. On the Parva day of Ashwin Vad 14, Sri Guru said to the disciple, "We shall have bath at the Trishali, 3 holy places, that is Prayag, Kashi and Gaya, with the family and children." The disciple said, "For such a long journey, we require some time for preparation, Sri Guru. These holy places are near about, so there is no need for special preparation." Saying this, he went with them all to the Sangam and all took bath there. Sri Guru said, "The Sangam is like Prayag. Bhima flows there northwards, and this Amara Sangam is as holy as Ganga Yamuna Sangam of the Prayag. There are other 8 holy places, Tirthas, near about." These disciples, why this river is called as Amaraja? The disciple, why this river is called as Amaraja? Sri Guru. Jalandhar Jalandhar Rakshasa were on the war. Jalandhar Rakshasa were on the war. Indra went to Sri Shankara and said, we kill Rakshasa, but from each drop of the blood, new Rakshasa are born, and they have spread in 3 lokas. They have killed many gods. Hearing this, Sri Shankara was enraged and started to kill the Rakshasa in the form of a Rudra. Indra said, "You will kill the Rakshasa, but kindly suggest any device to make the gods alive." Sri Shankara recited Amrut Mantra and gave a jar filled with the nectar. Indra sprinkled the nectar on the gods and made them alive. While Indra was going with the jar of the remaining nectar, some drops fell on the earth and a river was created called Amaraja. Bath in this river prevents diseases and untimely death. This river meets Bhima, and this Sangam is great like a Triveni Sangam of Prayag, and bath in this Kartika and Magamans on the Somavati Sankranti Grahan eclipses Parva at this Sangam is very virtuous. Before the Sangam is the Ashwatha bath near which fulfills the all desires, and I also live here. After worshipping this Ashwatha, worship the Sangameshwar with devotion. This is like a Mallikarjuna of the Sri Saila. Go to the Nandi and Chandi. Have 3 rounds and see Shiva Shankara. There is Varanasi Tirtha, that is Kashi, 1 mile ahead. One Brahmin of the Bharadwaj Gotra was a great devotee of Sri Shiva. He roamed everywhere without clothes and people called him mad. He had 2 brothers, Ishwara and Pandurang. They were thinking of going to Kashi. At this time, one devotee of the Sri Shiva came there and said to his brothers, "Why do you go to Kashi? Here is Kashi Vishveshwara." The brother said, "Where is it? Show us." The devotee took a bath and sat in meditation, and Sri Shankara appeared before him, and the devotee requested him to create an idol of the Kashi Vishveshwara there for daily worship and darshan. Sri Shankara conceded, and Manikarnika Kund was created first, and the shrine of the Kashi Vishveshwara came out of it. A river flowing northward like Bhagirath also came into existence. All the principal places of the Kashi were thus created here. Both the brothers then worshipped the Kashi Vishveshwara. These brothers lived at Pandarpur and they were known as Aradhi. Hearing this from Sri Guru, all took bath there and worshipped Sri Vishveshwara with the devotion and observed other rites. Sri Guru, here is the Papa Vinashini Tirtha, bath in which destroys all sins. Sri Guru called his sister Ratanai here and said, "You had killed a cat with a stick and therefore you are having leprosy. Your bath in this tirtha daily and your disease will disappear." Has advised she bathed here for 3 days and her disease was wiped off. A little further is Koti Tirtha. One should bathe here on Sankranti, Grahanam, Purnami, Amavasya, and give a cow with a calf in the charity. Further to this, Rudra Tirtha is as holy as Gaya. Observe Sharda here. Further is a Chakra Tirtha like Dwaraka. Beyond is Manmata Tirtha. To the east of it, the Kaleshwara like Gokarna Mahabaleshwar. By doing this, 8 glories are obtained. Sri Guru thus narrated the greatness of the 8 holy places, and all were pleased. They bathed and observed other rites and returned to the Ganagapur with Sri Guru. A great Samardhana was arranged jointly. Chapter 49. The gist of the Guru Gita. Narmada bowed to Sri Siddha Muni with folded hands and said, "Gurudev, you have narrated to me the life of Sri Guru and had given me the real jnana knowledge which has wiped off my karma, and by your blessings have known the essence of the religion. Devotion to Sri Guru is like a kalpataru, and Rishi like Vasishtha and Shuka also follow this path. Now kindly tell me the path of the Sadguru." Being pleased with the question, Sri Siddha said, "Narmada, you are very fortunate as you have asked the questions regarding the eternal principles, knowing with the illusion and ignorance has wiped off, and the mind become as clear as the light of the sun." Once, when the Sri Shankara was sitting in a beautiful point of Kailasa, Devi Parvati with the folded hands said to him with the devotion, "Great gods of gods, Guru of the universe, give me Guru Mantra and kindly tell me the means by which one's soul becomes united with the Brahma." Sri Shankara said, "Dear Devi, this is a question which has never been asked to me so far by anybody. You are my second form, so I shall tell you this just and this will benefit all the people also. Veda Shastra, Purana, Itihasa, Mantra, Tantra Vidya, Smriti, Jaran Maran, using the power of the doing miracles by the devotees of the Shiva and Shakti and other various sciences, put one in illusion without knowing the gist of the devotion to the Guru. People perform sacrifices, observe penance, vrat, charity, recitation, and go to holy places, but only after the rise of the light of the Sri Guru. Difficult Vidya, worldly illusion and ignorance are all wiped off by serving Sri Guru, and all sins perish. The soul becomes pure and united with Brahma. Taking the holy water touched by the lotus like a feet of the Sri Guru is like the bath at the holy places. This Tirtha is as holy as the Kashi or Prayag. Always remember Sri Guru, recite the Sri Guru's name all the time, obey his orders and serve and worship Sri Guru with devotion. Doing this, one can even attain my position." Alphabet Gu means darkness and Ru means light. Guru means the knowledge of the light of the Brahma that destroys darkness of ignorance. Gu is the first alphabet to create illusion and the other attributes. Ru is the second alphabet of Brahma which destroys illusion and vain appearance. This power of the Guru is supreme and is difficult even for the gods to obtain. A sadhak disciple should offer to Sri Guru good seat, bedclothes, ornaments, conveniences, etc. He should serve him with devotion, forgetting one's position, ashram, caste, and pray him with the body, senses, money, son, wife, etc. clearly, and should not be ashamed to lay prostrate before him. Men go to the hell by living in a family life as one's body is full of worms, night soil urine, fell gum, blood, flush, and bad odor. Go to Sri Guru, who liberates a person from the worldly miseries. Sri Guru is Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, Parabrahma. He is the cause of the creation of the universe. liberator of the person from this worldly sea and giver of the knowledge of all the Vidyas. By applying the ointment of the Sri Guru's knowledge to one's eyes, closed eyes are opened. Parents, brothers, good men who give real knowledge of the worldly life are all gurus. Though there is a diversity in the universe, yet there is oneness. Sri Guru protects one from all difficulties, showing the cause and effect. If Sri Shankara or Sri Vishnu are enraged, Sri Guru protects the devotees. But when the Sri Guru himself is enraged, even the Sri Shankara or Sri Vishnu cannot protect them. Just as the blind man cannot see the light of the sun, so the dull persons do not see the nectar-like appearance of the Sri Guru, which is visible only to the eyes of the thoughtful. Sri Guru is like Monarch, who is witnessing the drama of the creation and destruction of the universe. There, three Nath, Ganesha, three Bhairava Pitas, Siddha, three Batuks, three Pad, three Dhutis, Sri Shankara, 4, 6, 8, 9, Veeresh, 5 Veera Vallis are all associated with the best Sri Malini Mantra. Bow to this Sri Guru Mandal. To think about Sri Guru's body is like a thinking about the everlasting Sri Shiva, and to recite the Sri Guru's name to praise to the eternal Shiva's qualities. Sri Guru is birthless, devoid of the old ages, no beginning. He is self-created, devoid of the change, full of bright bliss, minutes of minutes, greatest of the great and eternal. He is self-shining, spotless, sky, pervading, everlasting, and has no decrease. Vedas and Manu describe the Sri Guru's penance in this way. Therefore, always remember Sri Guru. By the knowledge of the self, which is pervading all the universes, movable and immovable, sins of the several births are atoned. There are no greater principles than the knowledge of the self. There is no greater penance than the service of the Sri Guru, and there is no deeper knowledge than the advice of the Sri Guru. Sri Guru is Jagannath, Lord of the universe, and the Guru of the three lokas. Sri Guru is the universe and our soul is the soul of all the creation. Bow to Sri Guru who gives this knowledge. The person who are proud of the penance and knowledge and who are engrossed in the worldly affairs are like the pot moving on the wheel of the pot maker. Gods, Gandharvas, forefathers, the Yakshas, Kinnaras, Rishis, Siddhas who do not serve Sri Guru do not get salvation. Bow to Sri Guru who is the supreme joy and who gives the best pleasure. He is the shrine of the knowledge about the division, sky pervading, knower of the Tattvamasi, that thou art principle, only one, eternal, pure, immovable, who witnesses everything and who is devoid of existence and three qualities, Sattva, Raja, Tamo. To know oneself is the supreme knowledge and the utmost goal of the life. This is attained only by the favor of Sri Guru. Remember Sri Guru till death, and even if he is fickle-minded, do not forget to forsake him. The wise the wise should not speak about the Sri Guru with disrespect. Do not tell a lie before him. Those who despise Sri Guru go to hell. Those who discuss vanly with the Sri Guru become Brahma, Rakshasa, and have to live in the barren and waterless places. O Parvati, Sri Guru protects his disciples even if the god, Muni, or Panang curses gods and Munis are weak before Sri Guru, whose curses can destroy them in no time. O Devi, according to the Smritis and Vedas, Sri Guru is Parabrahma. Guru is a mantra of the 2 syllables. Bow to Sri Guru, who is pervading all the universes from the Brahma to grass, who is eternal, whole formless, devoid of the qualities, enriched in self-knowledge about divisions, and full of real bright joy. Satchidanand Roop. Brahma is the eternal like fragrance in camphor and flowers, and like the coolness and the warmth in an object. This knowledge can be got only through Sri Guru, who so worship and serve him with pure and clear heart and singular devotion. One who is united with the Brahma in the meditation realizes Kundalini, Brahma, and Randra, and formlessness, and gets salvation without doubt. The ignorant wins over the worldly sea, and the wise besides gets the knowledge of the actions and no actions by following the path of the Sri Guru. No actions by the following the path of the Sri Guru. Those who read, hear, or write Sri Guru Gita and give it in the charity with the money, and all their desires are fulfilled. Always read Sri Guru Gita to get rid of the miseries of the worldly life. Each and every syllable of the Guru Gita enables to win death, remove all difficulties and fear of Yaksha, Rakshasa, ghosts, thieves, tigers, and diseases. It gives the power of using the bhasma, mesmerism, and hypnotism. O Devi, read Sri Guru Gita sitting on side of the Kushagrasa, Dharbasana, or white blanket with the attentive mind. Use a white seat for the peace, and red for mesmerizing, black for punishing the evil doers, or yellow for the getting wealth. For peace, still facing the north; for mesmerizing, facing the east; for punishing the evil doers, facing the south; and for wealth, facing the east. Recitation of the Sri Guru gives one intentive power, develops one qualities, and destroys evil acts, and makes good acts successful. Removes fear of the grass planets, destroys evil dreams, give issues even to sterile women, gives good luck to the married women, keep their husbands alive all their lives, and gives peace of mind. If a widow recites Sri Guru Gita without objects, she gets salvation. If she reads with desire, she will get a good husband in the next birth, and all her miseries, difficulties, and curses will perish. Sri Guru Gita is like a Kamadhenu to those who read it, with some exceptions. It is like a Kalpataru to those who read with desires. It is like a Chintamani to the thinkers of everything good. If you read it for the salvation, you get salvation. If you read it for the worldly pleasures, you will get them. And one can read Sri Guru Gita with some object, sitting on a bank of the river or the seashore, in the mandir of the Vishnu, Shiva, Devi, or other gods, mat, cowshed, under vat, avla, mango tree, or near a plant of tulsi or dhotra, or in the cremation ground at lonely but clean and neat place. Even though a devotee of the Sri Guru may be a fool, but still he is great. All of his good acts, penance, vrat, diksha become successful. They never futile. As Sri Guru knows the Brahma, he is always pure, and wherever he goes, there is a presence of the God. Tirtha and Pita. One who reads Guru Gita sitting or lying on a bed, standing, walking, speaking, riding on the horse or an elephant is pure. He has no birth. A soul is one with God. Just as the water in the sea, the milk in the milk pot, the ghee in the ghee pot, the sky in the broken pot are one with them. Similarly, Dhyani learned united with God and lies lost in himself day and night. O Parvati, when one is blessed by Sri Guru, all his doubts vanish. Goddess Saraswati resides on his tongue, and he gets both the pleasures and salvation by the favor of Sri Guru. Once recitation, wrath, and penance of the several births bear fruit. Varnani had good face. I told you this principle of the Sankhya Shastra, one God, one religion, one devotion, one penance, and nothing else but Sri Guru himself. There is no higher principle than that of the Sri Guru. The home where is a devotion of Sri Guru, parents, family, and race is fortunate. Those who do not order Sri Guru due to the vanity of the knowledge and penance are unfortunate. Even to Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, God, Rishis, forefathers, Kinnara, Siddha, Charan, Yaksh, Munis, the favor of the Sri Guru is like the great holy Tirtha. Sri Guru's Tirtha is the root of all the Tirthas. If one reads Sri Guru Gita in the travel or during the war, at the time of the attack of an enemy, he gets the victory in the life and salvation at death. If Sri Guru Gita is read with the evil acts at the evil places with the fickle mind, it will give evil effects. As you are dear to me, I have told this just to you. Keep it with yourself. Tell this to one who is not engrossed in the worldly pleasures and has devotion, but do not tell it to him who is not devoted, who is deceived, cunning, atheist, and who discusses vainly. Here ends the gist of the Sri Guru Gita in the form of a dialogue between the Ishvara and Parvati, included in the Uttarakhand of the Skanda Purana, chapter 50. The Muslim king comes to Sri Guru. We have seen a reference of the Rajak in the 9th chapter. By the blessings of the Sri Pada Sri Vallabha, he was born in the Muslim royal family, and he became the king of Bidar. To the devotion of the previous birth, he was kind and pious. He treated all the religions and sects equally. There were several temples for which he had due sympathy, and he also had a respect of the Brahmins, and Muslim priests despised the Brahmins and Vedic religion. But the king had said to them, God is one, only the names are different. All the created form five great elements, Pancha Mahabhuta. The earth is the mother of all. The cows are different colors, but the milk is white. Ornaments may be many, but the gold is the same. Similarly, Paramatma, God is everywhere. So make no difference between the religion and castes. Thus, the king was ruling impartially. Once he had a tumor on his thigh. Vaidyas and Hakims treated him, but to no effect. The king had great pain due to it. He had some Brahmins and requested them to suggest a remedy. Brahmins said, sins of the previous birth harass one in the form of some disease. For this, visit holy places and give something in charity. Live in the company of the saints, and you go to the Papa Vinashi Tirtha and bath there. The tumor will subside. The king went to Papa Vinashi Tirtha. He met a sannyasi there. He bowed to him and showed him this tumor. The sannyasi said, when you see a saint, you will be relieved of the diseases. I shall tell you a tale in this connection. A Brahmin lived in the Avanti, that is Ujjaini. He gave up the bath and Brahmin's rites, that is Sandhya, Puja, etc. He lived with a prostitute named Pingala. Once Rishabha Muni came to them, they treated him well. They worshipped him and took the tirtha in his feet. When the Muni was asleep, both served him, keeping awake the whole night. The next morning, the Muni went away. Later on, their old age, both Brahmin and Pingala died. The Brahmin became the son of the king Vajra Bahu in the next birth. When he was in the Sumati's eldest womb, the younger queen became jealous, and she gave poison to the eldest queen, who got the eruptions all over the body. She delivered a male child who was also affected by the eruptions all over the body. The king got them treated by the physician, but they couldn't be cured. The king suspected that the infection could be spread in the whole family, and he therefore asked a fisherman to take the queen and her son to the forest and leave them there. People were sorry to know about this evil act of the king, and Sumati was roaming in the forest with her son in despair. Due to exhaustion, she was thirsty and was searching for water. She came to the mandir and met some females who told her, Padmakara is the king of this country. He is kind and pious. He will protect you. In the meantime, some maid servants of the king came there, and Sumati narrated to them her sad account. They took Sumati to the place and reported to the king about her. The king was very kind, and he arranged for her stay. Here too, here too, the eruptions on the body of the mother had harassed them. One day, due to the unbearable pain, the child expired. Sumati began to weep bitterly. The ladies of the neighborhood tried to console her, but she continued mourning. In the meanwhile, Rishabha Muni came there, and King Padmakara received him warmly. As he heard a moaning and sound, he inquired. Padmakara narrated to him the sad account of the Sumati. Rishabha Muni came to her and began to console her, saying it is a futile to mourn for a bygone. All lives are like a bubbles in the water. This body is made of 5 elements, and when these elements separate, nothing remains behind. Nothing remains behind. So do not mourn for the perishable body. One has to suffer as per one's previous actions. For self-emancipation, self-emancipation, adore Sri Shankara. Sorry for the background noise. For the self-emancipation, for the order of Sri Shankara, Sumati said, I had to come here, leaving the kingdom here, and here too I met this fate. Now I do not wish to live any longer. Saying so, she fell on the feet of the Muni. The Muni was moved to see her state. He remembered the service that her son had given to him in his last birth. He applied a little basma to his forehead and put a little in his mouth, and suddenly the child got life and began to move. The eruptions on his bodies and his mother's body also vanished by powerful sight of the Muni, but both looked as bright as gold. Sumati and the child bowed to the Muni devotedly. The Muni blessed them and went away. The greatness of the blessings of the saint is like this: if you serve a saint, you will be relieved from the tumor. The Muslim king asked with the folded hands, kindly tell me where there is a saint, I shall go there. The sannyasi said, the Sri Guru lives at the Ganagapur on the bank of Bhima. You go to him. The king immediately went to Ganagapur and inquired about the Sri Guru. The people were afraid when they saw the Muslim king had come to Ganagapur. They did not speak due to fear. When the king asked again, he told that the Sri Guru had gone to Sangam and he could return soon. Hearing this, the Muslim king started to go to Sangam, and on the way he saw Sri Guru coming. He came down palanquin and bowed to Sri Guru respectively. Sri Guru said, O Rajak, where have you been so far? O Raja, where have you been so far? I am seeing you after a very long time, a very long period. Hearing this, the Muslim king recollected his life of the past, life of last birth. He lay prostrate before Sri Guru and began to shed tears of love and joy. With choked voice, he said, Gurudev, why did you keep me away so long? Being entangled in the royal pressure, I forgot you. Now I have come to your shelter. Liberate me. I am much harassed due to this tumor on my thigh. Sri Guru smiled and said, show me, where is the tumor? The king began to look his thigh, but no, the tumor had vanished. He said, by your blessings, I enjoy the royal pleasures and glory. All my desires are fulfilled. I now wish that your holy self should come to my palace and bless my family members. Sri Guru said, we are sannyasis. We should not live in the cities. You being Muslim, cows are slaughtered and daily in your city. There is a great sin. Prohibit killing of the cows in your kingdom. The king said, I am not a king now. I am your devotee. Raja, give me a place at your feet. Raja, they gave me the place at your feet. Sri Guru began thinking, now in this Kali Yuga, cruelty will be increasing. It would be better if I disappear from here. Here thereafter thought of going to Godavari, while returning to the mud. The king seated Sri Guru in his palaki, and he took his paduka, sandals in his hands, and walked on the foot behind the palaki. Sri Guru said, you should ride on a horse as you are a king. Your persons will blame you for serving a Brahmin and a sannyasi. King said, I may be a king for people, but for you I am your devotee. Raja, my body of the iron is transformed into gold by your sight. All my desires are now fulfilled. By this time, all the elephants, horses, soldiers of the king had reached the place. Sri Guru said, listen to me, ride a horse. The king first seated all his disciples of Sri Guru on the horses, and then he rode a horse and procession started ceremoniously. Sri Guru then said to the king, if we come with you, we cannot observe our rituals punctually. Therefore, I will go ahead. You come to Papa Vinashini to see me. After this, Sri Guru disappeared instantly with all his disciples and reached Bidar. Nagna, the son of the Sayam Dev, met Sri Guru there. He worshipped Sri Guru and did Samarardhana. Then Sri Guru went to Papa Vinasi Tirtha. The Muslim king was very sorry to see the disappearance of Sri Guru from the procession suddenly, but he remembered that he was asked by Sri Guru to see him at Papa Vinasi. He rode a swift horse and started for Papa Vinasi. He covered the distance of 88 miles in a day, and he saw Sri Guru and again requested him to grace his sight by the holy presence. The king decorated his city with the flags, bunting and arches. He seated Sri Guru in the palaki, and 9 kinds of gems were waved on him. The citizens waved arati at the various places. The Muslims censured the king for serving for the Brahmins. The Muslims censored the king for serving for the Brahmins, but the Hindu citizens and Brahmins praised him for liberal, learned and pious. The processions was going with the musical instruments, coins and clothes were being distributed to the poor. When the procession reached the main gate of the palace, Sri Guru walked on the costly carpet spread on the path. Sri Guru was seated on the decorated throne, and all the queens and children of the king bowed to him respectfully. Sri Guru blessed the king and his family members and asked, are all your desires fulfilled by now? The king said, I have fully enjoyed the royal glory and now wish to serve at your feet. Sri Guru asked him to come to Sri Shaila and went to Gautami at Nasik. He bathed there and returned to Ganagapur. All the citizens were pleased to see that Sri Guru had come back safe. Sri Guru called all the disciples and said, now I wish to live secretly. Therefore, I intend to go to Sri Shaila. Still, I shall be staying at Ganagapur. If I live here openly, the Muslims will come here and daily. If I live fear openly, and the Muslims will come here daily and trouble me for fulfillment of the desires, as the king himself had been there. Chapter 51. Sri Guru's journey onto bliss. Disciples get flowers gift. Knowing that Sri Guru has decided to go to Sri Shaila, all the disciples and citizens felt very happy. They said, you are our treasure. Why do you go leaving us? Sri Guru smiled and said, you need not worry. I shall stay here secretly. I shall have bath at Amarja Sangam in the morning. In the midday, I shall come to Ganagapur Mutt and accept the Nirguna Puja and give darshan to the devotees for the viewpoint of the public, and I am going to Sri Shaila Yatra. Have no doubt, I shall always stay at Ganagapur. The Ashwata here are like a Kalpataru. Saying this, Sri Guru started for Sri Shaila. People accompanied him for some distance, and then they returned to the mud and they saw Sri Guru there. After some time, he disappeared. All wondered at this miracle. Sri Guru went to Patal Ganga, flowing at the base of the Sri Shaila. He asked his disciples to prepare a flower seat and said, I have to go to Mallikarjuna on the Sri Shaila on the other side of the river. The disciples prepared a nice seat of the flowers of Shevanti, lotus, Malati, Khaner, etc. on the leaf of the Kartali and placed it on the riverside. Sri Guru said, now you should return to your respective places. All were greatly aggrieved, and Sri Guru sat on the flower seat on the Magvad first on Friday when Guru Jupiter was in Kanya Varja Rasa at the evening time, and before going away, I am going to the place of the self-bliss. I shall send flowers as gift, which you should distribute among yourself and worship them daily. I like singing. I shall be near those who sing prayers. They will get all the pleasures. Saying this, Sri Guru disappeared in the river, and after some time, some boatmen came from the other side of the river. They told, we saw Sri Guru on this other side. He was looking like a sannyasi and was holding a dung stick in his hand. He had golden sandals. He told his name has Narasimha Saraswati. I has given a message for you. I am going to Kardalivan. I shall be at Ganagapur. Do not worry. I am sending flowers as a gift, which may be distributed amongst yourself. All were waiting for the flowers. After a little time, 4 flowers come flowing. They were taken one each by Sayam Dev, Nandi, Narahari, and myself. Here is flower given to me. Saying this, Sri Siddha showed the flower to Narmada. Such is the greatness of the Sri Guru. I have narrated only a part of Sri Guru's life, which is very exhaustive. Those who read here write this life will attain all the pleasures. These nectars, like tales, will give 4 Purusharthas and also Paramarthas. Chapter 52, Conclusion. Week reading, Avatarnika. After hearing the 51 chapters of Sri Guru Charitra, Narmadak lost senses and got samadhi. His body perspired, his throat got choked and tears flowed from his eyes. He could not speak out a word. Sri Siddha Muni was pleased to see the state of Narmadak. Though the disciple got samadhi, he should be awakened for the benefit of the people. Thinking thus, he moved his hand over his face and body with affection and called him and said, "Dear boy, come on senses, you have got dhyana and you will get salvation. But if you remain in the meditation, how will the people be benefited and enlightened? You asked me and I narrated to you these nectars like tales of the Sri Guru's life. You also heard them consimultaneously. You should therefore elaborate them and propagate amongst the people." Narmadak opened his eyes and placed his forehead on the feet of the Sri Siddha and said, "You are Sri Guru yourself. Sri Guru's life that you have narrated is even more sweeter than the nectar. I am not contented yet. Please tell me the whole life again in short." Hearing this, just as a physician prepares the Sanjeevani pills, mixing many medicines and keeps the pills with him, similarly I am telling you the summary of this life of Sri Guru. Further, Sri Siddha said, though Sri Guru has disappeared, still he gives darshan to his sincere devotees has before. Narmadak, kindly tell me the procedure of week reading and other rules to be followed during the week. Sri Siddha, Sri Guru Charitra can be read any time with a pure mind. The credit of reading it in a week is still great. For this, one place and seat should be selected. Keep control on the senses during the week. Before starting the reading of the bow to God, Brahmin and elders. Worship the volume Sri Guru Charitra. One should complete 7 chapters on the first day and read up to 18 chapters on the second day, up to 20 on third day, and up to 34 on the fourth day, and 37 on the fifth day, up to 43rd on the sixth day, and up to 52 on the seventh day. After reading, worship the volume and take light dinner. Some observe fast for the week, but if this is not possible, have food of only one type of the corn. On the 8th day, for the completion of week reading, take meals with the Brahmin couple and offer money as dakshina. If the reading money as dakshina, if the reading is done with devotion and a pure heart, Sri Guru gives darshan in the dream and fulfills one's desires. This true trouble of the spirit and ghost vanishes and one gets peace of mind. Narmadak again expressed to Sri Siddha Muni his gratitude for narrating the life of Sri Guru, which is dedicated to Sri Dattatreya. Om Tat Sat.